Alright fam, so I am here to do my Booknet Fest haul, and also to show you some things, one that I started at Booknet Fest, and one that I promised you probably almost 2 months ago. So the first of that is I finally finished defacing my copy of the Iliad. See, I did the things. The marker didn't really want to show up that well, so it doesn't look that good. But, I tried my best. So, that's done. And the last thing I want to show you before we get into the book haul is this framed Andrialar art that I got back in July. I was going to show it to you sooner when I got it, but then Graham quickly decided to go and read all for the game, and I didn't want to spoil anything for him. So I, held off until he finished it. He's finally finished it. I could have shown this to you, when he found out that Andrew and Neil were a thing, but, I was lazy, and I forgot. So I'm showing it to you now. I built this frame myself, guys. It looks pretty good if I do say so myself. You can see some of the glue, but I think that adds character to it. And now let's get on to the book haul. So, the most important book that I got at the book swap has to be We Are the Ants. It's from the New York Public Library, apparently, because it has this and then this on it. But, do I care? No, I fucking don't care, because I really want to read this fucking book, and now I have it. This is exciting. I'm really excited to read this. I don't know when I'm going to read it, but I'm going to read it soon. So, stay tuned for my thoughts on this. Next, since I have a copy of Eragon, I saw this on the table and was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna get it. I had 12 tickets in total, so that's why I have so many, books that, I normally wouldn't pick up. I really, honestly just wanted We Are the Ants. The rest of these, I was just like, I have the tickets, I might as well get them. So I got this because I have Eragon, and I was like, well, if I like Eragon, I might as well read the sequel. So I got this sequel. Remember when I didn't read Stardust during the Book Junkie trials? Well, now I have it, so I have no excuse not to read it. I'm very excited because I love Neil Gaiman's work, and I also really liked the movie Stardust, so I'm excited to see. I know they differ a lot, so I'm excited to see, what the differences are, and if I like the book as much as I like the movie. I'm probably going to like the book more, just because Neil Gaiman is, fantastic. Oh, and I just realized they all came with bookmarks, so I have 8 Booknet Fest bookmarks. So that's fun. The next book I got is also because I like the movie, and that is Psycho. This one is by Robert Bloch, and I'm pretty sure it's just, yeah, it says Psycho all came from Robert Bloch's head, Alfred Hitchcock. So, this is the book that the movie Psycho is based on, or inspired by, or whatever. I just know Psycho has to do with Psycho. I like the movie despite the whole, low-key transphobia. But, I'm excited to see the story and how, this differs from the movie, what they maybe left out of the movie. Basically, I want to read this and then watch the movie again and, see how similar they are, because I like doing that. So, the rest of these books was literally just me reading the inside or the back and being like, hey, that sounds good, why the fuck not? First out of those, we have Where Things Come Back by John Corey Whaley. I'll just read you the back because I can't summarize it because I don't know it too well. And the remarkable, bizarre, and heart-rending summer before Cullen Witter's senior year of high school, everything he thinks he understands about his small and painfully dark Arkansas town vanishes. His cousin overdoses, his town becomes absurdly obsessed with the alleged reappearance of an extinct woodpecker, and most troubling of all, his sensitive, gifted 15-year-old brother Gabriel suddenly and inexplicably disappears. As Cullen navigates a summer of finding and losing love, holding his fragile family together, and muddling his way into adulthood, a young, disillusioned missionary in Africa searches for meaning wherever he can find it. And when those two stories collide, a surprising and harrowing climax emerges that is tinged with melancholy and regret, comedy and absurdity, and above all, hope. So I was like, you know what? Why the fuck not? So, yeah, we'll see how good this book is. It's not that long, so it won't take me very long to read it whenever I read it eventually. Next on the why the fuck not pile, we have Mage Against the Machine by Sean Barger. So, the back of this says, sharp, cold wind hit Nikolai in the face like a slap. He opened his eyes, struck by several realizations in quick succession. First, he wasn't dead. Second, he was in free fall, plummeting from up high over the center of a lake. Not the pristine sapphire waters of Marblewood that he'd known his entire life, but murky, almost green. Third, he realized how dramatic it sounded, even as he thought it. Everything he'd ever been told was a lie. So, I don't know, that just sounded cool. I was like, you know what? Why isn't he dead? Why is he above these weird waters? And why is everything that he's ever been told a lie? So, yeah, this is actually pretty chunky. It's not like super chunky, but like it's like chunkier than the other book. I think it's actually the chunkiest besides Eldest that I got. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. I don't know when I'll be getting to this book, but I'll get to it eventually. And next up we have The Echo Room by Parker Peavyhouse? That's a weird last name. Rhett Ward knows how to hide. He's had 6 years of practice at Walling Home, the state-run boarding school where he learned how to keep his head down to survive. But when Rhett wakes up in a small depot with no memory of how he got there, he can't hide. Not from the stranger in the next room or from the fact that there's someone else's blood on his jumpsuit. Worse, every time he tries to escape, he wakes up right back where he started. Same day, same stranger, same blood-stained jumpsuit. As memories start to surface, Rhett realizes that the logo on the walls is familiar, the stranger isn't a stranger, and the blood on his jumpsuit belongs to someone or something banging on the door to get in. So, I don't know, that sounded pretty cool to me. It was like a little bit of like a Groundhog Day, even though I've never actually seen the film Groundhog Day. I know it's like the repetitive day after day thing. So that sounded interesting to me, and the whole like blood-stained jumpsuit sounded intriguing. So I also want to know who the fuck the stranger is. So, you know, we'll read this not very chunky book eventually, and we'll let you know. And then finally we have The Anatomy of Curiosity by Maggie Stiefvater, Tessa Gradden, and Brenna Jovanoff? Don't know if that's how you say it, but that's how I'm saying it. Literally, I only picked this book up because it had Maggie Stiefvater on the top. And I was like, Maggie Stiefvater? I have literally no desire to read any of these other books on the table, and I still have 5 tickets left. So I picked it up, and I was like, okay, so let's see what it's about. In an unassuming corner of Brooklyn, a young woman learns to be ladylike, to love context, and to speak her mind from a very curious sort of tutor. In a faraway land convulsed by war, a young soldier hears the desert's curious hum as he disarms bombs with the person he doesn't know how to love. In a place so shriveled by drought that any drowning is a curiosity, a young writer tries again and again to tread water beneath the surface of a vast and unusual sea. 3 new stories, complete with the commentary on the creative process from 3 acclaimed young adult authors working at the height of their powers. Curious? So, it's just a collection of short stories. I'm intrigued by the soldier one, honestly. That looks to be the most interesting out of the 3, in my opinion. But I'm gonna read all of them, and I don't know which one Maggie Stiefvater wrote, but hopefully I like it. And yeah, so that's why I picked it up. So those are all of the books that I got from Booknet Fest. Tell me in the comments which book you think I should read after We Are the Ants, or just which book sounds the most interesting to you, because I don't know if I'll necessarily read it next, but I will definitely read it when I have a chance to. So definitely do that, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.